Hello team, my name is Mahesh. Today we are looking some of the AWS services. Throughout these services, we can implement fully CI/CD pipeline over the AWS. So today we are looking totally focusing on the AWS code commit itself. And there are bunch of services which is provided by the AWS to to create a CI/CD pipeline, host your code to the from the version control itself to the to the production. So there are a bunch of services we are learning on this playlist. This video is separated on the four parts. Throughout these four parts, we can implement fully CI/CD. We are gonna learn how to implement fully CI/CD pipeline on the AWS itself. So at the end of the day, we can create one project. Throughout this project, you can implement. We can implement all those tools in a single video, and we can run one project throughout this entire pipeline and the stages itself. Today we are looking one service which is AWS CodeCommit. AWS CodeCommit is a version control system. Throughout the version control system, we can store multiple things such as code, images, and various other stuff. So we are implementing this code, implementing AWS CodeCommit today on this video. We are look how we can create repositories, how we can access the repositories throughout the SSH, because it is a private repository. We could not able to access directly from the directly from the any public repository itself, or any from the CMD or any application itself. So today we are looking all about that. So let's go on AWS code commit. We need AWS code commit is a very similar to the GitHub, as we create new repositories on the GitHub. Let me show it to you. On the GitHub, there is one tab. We can create a new repositories from the new tab, and we can name whatever we want, and we can select it is a public repository or private repository. Some of the companies code are not made publicly, or it is not hosted on a public cloud. So I mean to it is not meant to be public. So they mostly companies use any third party services to implement their version control system, or they host their own version control system inside on premises throughout the GitLab. They download the package, and they set up their own servers on premises to provide version control system. There are some limitations on the if we want to deploy our version control system on on premises, we need to scale up and scale down the host automatically, or we need to manage multiple servers to host to store those kind of repositories. So there are one big advantage over here. We can use code commit to it will scale automatically to 100 repositories, and we have to pay only for those 100 repositories for the storage. So it is very similar to Git also provides one service which is Git Enterprise. So mostly companies would prefer mostly company would prefer as or like GitHub Enterprise, or either AWS Code Commit. There are some advantages and disadvantages at the same end. We are looking today. Let's create one repository over here. As we seen how we can create a repository on the GitHub, we can create same kind of a thing, same configuration repository over here. Let's name as a test repo, and we can provide a description as the same name for now. Let's create one repository. The repository has been created. It is the same, just like a GitHub. GitHub provides a more advanced and overall more advanced stuff in compare to the AWS code commit, providing multiple services. We can discuss it later. So there are multiple sub options, we can say. We can store our code over here. We can see the pull request on the separate panel. We can see the commits has been made to the specific file or any specific branches. We can see the individual branches. We can create modify from here, git tags and all those things. Let's add one file from the CLI, from the graphical user interface. Let's create one file, name like anything. We can name this file as a test.sh. Author name, we can provide any author name for the testing, and let's commit these changes. This particular file that we have created right now, it's visible here. If we can see the commits, we can see overall details that the commit has been made, and overall, like on which time, getting in-depth idea about it. So let's try to pull this repository throughout the Git clone, because there are some limitations with the graphical user interface. We can upload single file only single time. We couldn't upload multiple files or multiple folders over here. Just we can upload a single file like there is only one option to upload a single file. We can like just click on discard right now. We can create multiple branches, and we can toggle the branches from here. And like let's try to connect this repository from the git clone. We can use the git clone to push our like repository folder from our base machine to a AWS code commit. Just clone this, and we can provide a detail here, git clone, and the repository URL. We need username and the password. We can get the username and the password from the IAM console itself. We need to we need to generate credentials for the AWS code commit. It is like it is bounded to the account level currently, but we can do the modification and do the permission changes. We can use to throughout the multiple accounts. Let's let's create one AWS code commit key, where we can, yeah, HTTPS get credentials for AWS code commit. Let's generate credentials. Uh, let me open the notepad. Already we are copying this username and the password inside any notepad file. This is not valid approach to do. Let's add our username and password over here to commit to clone this repository. For the password, shit, yeah, failed to authenticate. Okay, might we need to add it manually here. Copy it, paste it over here, and the password for the password. Just copy from here and just paste this thing over here. Yeah, we can able to copy from over there only. Yeah, we got our test of over here. So okay, touch Mahesh. We have created one file, get init. We have initialized. Yeah. Let's get status, get add dot get commit -m test, and get remote over here to connect to our get code commit repository. Uh, get remote add origin. We have to provide a clone repository, a clone URL over here. Yeah, get remote. If we throw this, we can get like which origin is already added to over here. We have already added the origin. Get push -u our origin to the master branch, to the main branch. We can get the main branch from the here itself. It is the default. So let's push this. Getting error is not match any. Okay, we need to update. Get remote uh, origin, paste. Get remote add origin. Get we need to rename it, or what we can do. Set URL. Okay, if I was set Git remote, set URL, origin, and enter. Git status, git remote -v. We have updated the repository, I guess. Now we can push it. Git push -u origin to the to the main branch. Failed to connect. Git status. Okay. Git push mode. We can repository from here. We get a username and password for that. Let's copy, paste. Let's copy and paste. We have pulled this repository. Okay. We need to merge this thing. Yeah, I guess we have successfully done the changes. Yeah, we have successfully pushed this repository over here on the master branch. We have just created like we have set the upstream to the master branch, and we have created a branch also. We updated our repository over here. It is the same. It is the same, just like GitHub Enterprise Edition. There are some limitations on the Git commit itself. It is only oriented to AWS. It's not able to integrate with like other tools, or not that much support as GitHub is providing, such as we are getting multiple resources such as Code and other AWS Actions. We get extra security wiki. We get insights. We get multiple things on the GitHub itself, but not on the AWS code commit. It is very limited in the feature. There is main disadvantage on the code commit itself. So on the next part of a session, we are not using the AWS code commit. We are we are directly creating a new repositories on the GitHub itself, and we can fetch the repositories from the GitHub, and we can process the overall things from the GitHub itself. So that's all about the AWS Git commit. Let me give you a quick overview. It can scale automatically to any number of resources we need to pay for, but we need to pay for the repositories that has been created, or that storage has been used. Second thing, we don't need to provide any setup cost, or no upfront fee is required to use this service. Second thing. Third thing, it is we not we it is a managed service provided by the AWS. We don't need to set up any extra additional services, or any paying uh, we didn't need to provide any resources such as EC2 instances or Docker images or anything to provision our version control system. It will done automatically by itself. uh, it is fully managed service. Behind the scene, AWS do those changes, I guess. And it is a limited in the feature. That is bigger disadvantage of that. The at the advantage part, it is a fully reliable. There are highly reliable, scalable architecture on the background that is serving to the AWS code commit. Let's quickly clean up this resource, and we can move back on. Let's click on delete. We are deleting this repository that we have created, that didn't charge anything for us. The repository has been deleted. And let's delete our access key from the IAM itself. So go on users, admin user we have created security credentials, and we need to remove our Git credential that we are using to pull and push all those things that we are removing from here. And just okay, by mistakenly I created another one. Just click on actions and delete. We need to copy this to confirm this username, delete, and we are deleting this one also. Delete this access key. Okay, this cleanup is done. We have created two resources, deleted all those resources, and yeah, that's all.